Hello and welcome to the next video in our car showcase, and this time we are looking at the Schlagen GT. So it's this car just in front of me. So it's based off the AMG GT with the spoiler GTR. I'd say yeah, it's more the GTR rather than just the standard AMG GT. So this is available from Legendary Motorsport, and it's one of the new cars that have been added. So it's part of the Arena War update. But it has been drip fed to everybody. It's now obviously available on GT Online. So it sells on Legendary Motorsport for £1.3 million, and stats wise it's very, very good. This car isn't subject to the advanced handling flags. It's the only one of the new cars that doesn't have them. That was found in the coding, so this doesn't have them, and it certainly shows when you drive it. Obviously standard range of colours, so braking, acceleration, obviously acceleration changes, top speed's good, traction is full, and that's the stock one full. So before you put any tyres, wings, front bumpers, spoilers, everything, it's full. So it's only going to get better from stock. So this is my one that I've got now. I've decided to go red with this one. Obviously, there's a range of livery options that are available in this car. So let's pull this one out. What we'll do is we'll jump out as well and just have a wander around. Oh, the rumble. The rumble is something else. This car makes one of the best noises on GTA Online. So, just look at it. Obviously got the racing harness and seats in there. The grille can be changed. That's obviously different from the stock one. Front bumpers has got the side exhaust on there as well. Big wheels, obviously the plate, and then the spoiler. So there's a load of different spoiler options. I actually had a different spoiler on there originally. Right. So onto the interior. A bit of a race interior in here. There's a CB radio randomly. It's just a very nice place to sit. Obviously I've got the padded roll cage in here. Spits a lot of fire. So acceleration wise, from a standing all-ball start, does get a bit of wheel spin. Just look how much more stable it is. Oh, I've spun it. Oh, can't believe I just did that. It's so much more stable over bumps. Barely notices them, which is obviously what it should be like. Most of the older GTA cars do the same. Crashed again. So it's not subject to the handling flags, and you can just see the drivability. Now there is a petition going online to get rid of the handling flags, trying to make Rockstar remove them, because it's just a case of turning them off. I think if they did this, the cars in GTA Online... Oh no! That's a big crash. Cars in GTA Online would be a lot more enjoyable. I think for everybody, you spend so much more time not in reverse trying to straighten out, and just be able to floor it everywhere like you can in this. I drive this car a lot because of how good it is and the noise it makes. Just look at it. Well, yes, I glanced off at damage. That's my own doing. This take it in and we'll have a look at the different upgrade options. Take it into the into the arena, obviously for the Benny's wheels, to see if we can put the Benny's wheels on this one as well. I haven't found one yet that we can put the Benny's wheels on. You can obviously change the headlight colours and stuff in here, which I'm potentially not going to do, but it does give us an option. The Benefactor Schlagen GT. Again, this is sports class. So this is in the same class as the Power, the GTO. So some big cars in this class. I think handling wise, the Power is very, very good, which we'll get onto in another video. Obviously I'll be able to showcase that one for you. Right, so on to, you've got the standard, obviously the standard options, diamond brakes, bumpers. You can obviously do front and rear. There's lots of options here. So this is the stock one that comes. You can obviously add the bottom lip spoiler, and you can add it in the primary colour as well, and secondary colour. So my secondary colour on this is matte black. As you can see, it doesn't really do a lot because there's not much on this car that is matte black. Then you've obviously got the race splitter, the primary race splitter. So obviously that adds the red outline to the canyons. And you've got the secondary colour, obviously mine's matte black. Got the competition spoiler, which shrinks in the front of the lip. You can see it there. Obviously, it adds the tow hook, and then you've obviously got it in the primary and secondary colours as well. So there's quite a lot of options there with the front bumper. Rear bumper. This is the stock one. Obviously, you can add the carbon vents. Then you've got the primary vents, secondary vents. So the carbon diffuser, which obviously adds it at the bottom. Then you've got the primary one, which is the one I use on this, which adds the primary colour to the outside of the canyons. And you've got the secondary as well. So chassis, obviously this is where the race seats and bits come from. So stock's obviously got nothing in it. You can have just the racing seats and dials, obviously the cage, and then the padded cage. So with the handling stat being so good, this probably doesn't have too much of an impact. But I've gone for the cage. The secondary colour is on the cage. So the racing seats with secondary cage, that's obviously why I painted my matte black, because I didn't want it standing out in the car. So that's why my secondary colour is matte black. So it changes the sort of the trims to the bumpers and then the inside. So engine, obviously standard engine, exhaust. So you can have the stock rear exhaust, which is the two at the back there. You can have the triple one. You've got the race side exhaust, which on the side of the car, which is the one I use. The alternate side ones, which sort of changes the detail of the side skirt. Obviously it changes it slightly ever so minor. And then you've got the competition one, which adds it at the back of the bumper. Obviously with the side skirt it does look a little bit silly, and it just doesn't look very good as an exhaust, I think, in my opinion. So I don't use this one. I do like the piping, I think the actual outlet itself isn't very nice, so that's why I don't use that one. Now grille, so this is the stock grille. Obviously you can turn it into sort of the old school one, sort of the double grille, and then you get onto sort of the more upright grille. So you've got the classic logo, the primary logo, and then the secondary logo. So it changes the colour of the centre logo. The car was white before, and obviously with the secondary it was white, which looked quite good. Then you've got the hood. So obviously there's lots of options in regards to sort of where you want the vents. You've got the carbon options as well. You've got the street vents. So there's lots of options, obviously, just to suit your own personal taste. Horn is the same. Lights again are the same. Obviously you've got different colour lights on here. Neon kits are the same. Obviously I've got red on there at the moment. Right, so livery wise, obviously it doesn't come with one on, so you've got the red stripe. Obviously it doesn't look very good on this because the car's red. Then you've got the white, which is currently what I'm using. Then mosaic splash. which obviously changes the colour. Now the colour of the car obviously is red. So the mosaic splash is obviously all of the back part. You've got the love muscle, interesting, which has more sort of a pink, looks like vodka if I'm honest. Yeah, a symbol on the side. Then you've got the blue version of it, which is obviously more of a normal livery. Now, I know these two do go onto the spoiler as well if I'm right, if you change the spoiler. Then you've got the rim paint blue and an orange version. So for a great job, make sure it's a rim job. Interesting again. And you've got the red abstract. A little bit more like a Need for Speed livery, I would have said. And then obviously you've got it in a different colour as well. So I've gone for the white stripe one just to keep it nice and simple. Mirrors, you've got sort of the stock, secondary, and the carbon. The carbon. This plate's obviously the same. Respray, you've got primary, secondary, trim. Obviously trim is in relation to the side and the padding on the cage. So just to make sure everything's hidden, I've kept it black. Crew logo goes on the side of this car. Roof, you can have the stock roof, secondary roof again, which is matte black because that's my current colour. You've got a carbon roof. You've got an alternate roof which has sort of the shark fins on the roof. Just about, see, there we go, that's a better one. So it's got the dip in the middle. Then you've got the second, oh that's a lot better there, you can see it there. And then a carbon version as well. So I've just gone for the primary alternate. Skirts, so it comes, stock skirts come with nothing on. Obviously got the extenders in the primary, secondary carbon, and then you've got the race skirts in the primary, secondary carbon. So I've gone with carbon as well just to match the front bumper and the sort of the rear diffuser as well. Spoiler, it's quite a lot of spoiler options on this. The stock one comes with a small lip spoiler. You can obviously decide to take that off. Then you've got the small spoiler, which is the one I use at the moment. Then you've got the street, which is a lot higher and thinner. Obviously with the street and the carbon. Then you've got sort of the more race wings that are there. So you've got the race spoiler in colour and carbon and secondary. And then you've got the big wang, which is horrific. And I don't like it remotely. What a way to ruin a car. Sun strips, you can have the globe oil, hard stand or benefactor. As I've not got a livery on it, I haven't put one on. It'd be nice if there was a solid coloured one. Wouldn't mind a matte black one, for example. Suspension, you can go right the way to race suspension. So obviously comes down a long way. Transmission is the same, turbo is the same. Wheels, can't add Benny's wheels to this one again. So it's a lot of the same. So the 3 cars we've done so far, you can't add Benny's to any of them. So I might as well just gone to a normal Santos Customs. Wheel colour and tyres are the same. Windows, obviously got the tints there. And that is the tuning options. So there's quite a lot you can do with this car. This is one of my favourite cars in the game, and I think it's such a great addition. And I know using sort of Reddit and things online with forums and people talking, this is the car everyone was looking forward to. So this is the one car everybody wanted. And obviously now it's out, there's a lot of love. It's close. But we didn't get any sort of braking. You noticed coming up in the GTO in the last video, that's a lot different than in this car. This car was flat all the way up, didn't have any problems sort of making the junction or losing control. Again here, we overshot this in the GTO. I'll move then. Just listen to it. So what would I say about this car? This car for me is a must buy. I know it's 1.3 million and I know it's a lot of money, but as it doesn't have the advanced handling flags, it makes it one of the best cars. Obviously it's only 2-seaters, so you can only take 2 of you in it. Just look at it. Whoa, thank you. It's got a lot of power, so a quick change of direction. How much power it's got. It loves to spin. It's caught me out in corners before. Just when you try and get on the gas and can't. Lose control. Just look at the difference between this and the GTO. This car is incredible, and that's why it was so well received once it came. Obviously, you fit it to suit your taste, but this one's mine. There we are. Let me know what you think. It's a definite buy for me, I think, this car in GT Online. I think it's a solid purchase and such a great car. And the noise. Alright, that's it from me. Next week, next video we're going to be looking at the Toros, which is the sort of Lamborghini Urus that was put in. So that one is coming up soon. Now that one's in my crew colours, as it's being used as a crew vehicle. So we will get to that one next. So then we've obviously got lots of cars in here. So we've got the Entity, you've got the Power, you've got the Wagoner at the end there, the cheeky McLaren F1 in the corner. GP1, the Nero. But you can have a look at the Nero. I haven't sort of really done anything with it because I don't like the Benny spoilers. The T20 and then the Oasis, which is the Pagano Huayra. So all to come. So there's lots and lots of cars to come. This is just one garage. Obviously we saw the previous garage with the muscle cars and bits, which we'll go over with the Tempesta. And we've also got some sort of race cars and sort of off-road vehicles, and then some sort of tuner cars as well. So lots and lots more to come. Obviously watch out for any new series. Obviously we're going to go through and explain sort of businesses and how they work, just a sort of a general startup guide for sort of any new players. I see it so much online, it's like people asking how it works. So we will get all into that. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you with the next car.